Hi, I'm Bill Moore, the owner of Williams Brewing. Today I'll show you how to make great beer at home using simple techniques and equipment we perfected over the years here at Williams. We'll get started by talking about the equipment you'll need. Then we'll discuss ingredients and some of the mysteries of the brewing process. We'll see how important sterilization is to a successful brew. And finally, we'll do a step-by-step process for brewing 5 gallons of great beer. First, a word about where to brew. Like much in life, brewing can be more of a mess than it first seems. Brew in a kitchen or an area with an easily mopped floor. You're going to at least spill a little beer on the floor. First piece of equipment you'll need is a boiling pot. Ideally, a boiling pot should have at least a 5-gallon capacity. Larger pots are preferable because they allow for more water and less malt in contact with the hot pot sides, which means you'll get a lighter beer because there won't be as much malt burning on those hot sides. There's also less chance of boilovers in a more dilute boil. The pot should be made of stainless steel or enameled steel and have a lid. Aluminum should not be used because the acids in boiling wort, that's a brewer's term for unfermented beer, can react with the aluminum, tainting the flavor. You'll also need a long plastic or stainless steel spoon. It's very helpful for stirring in the malt. A good fermenter is essential. I like this siphonless, which features a beer transfer valve, which means you don't have to siphon. The siphonless fermenter features an airlock, which lets CO2 gas out, but won't let contaminating air back in. After the beer is fermented out, you'll need a priming tank to hold the beer for priming. Priming is a brewer's term for adding sugar to fermented beer, giving the yeast a little extra food to produce carbonating carbon dioxide gas once the beer is capped. It's necessary to go to a priming tank to get the beer off the silty sediment in the siphonless fermenter, otherwise you'd be kicking up sediment when you stirred in your priming sugar. The hydrometer is a weighted glass float. It measures how much heavier beer is than water with its specific gravity scale. It is used primarily to determine when beer is ready to bottle. You also need a hydrometer vial like this one. More about this later. You'll need a thermometer for checking wort temperatures. This glass model features an exposed mercury bulb for fast response. When it comes time to bottle, you'll need 48 12-ounce beer bottles. Use returnable bottles or bottles from specialty beers that do not have a twist cap. Twist caps should be avoided because they don't allow for a proper seal. Most of the work in home brewing probably involves bottle washing and bottling. Here are a few tools that will make the job easier. If you have salvaged beer bottles that have not been rinsed, soak them in a mixture of 1 ounce SteroClean to 1 gallon of water. SteroClean is corrosive, so protect your hands and eyes. The SteroClean solution will lift the deposits off the bottle and even remove paper labels. For cleaning the inside of the bottle, this bottle brush is handy. Keep your own supply of bottles clean by rinsing them immediately after use and letting them drain. This jet bottle washer works wonderfully for rinsing beer bottles. This bottle sterilizer in bottle tree is also a nice item. The bottle sterilizer on top is used for sterilizing your bottles. Features a manual pump that injects sterilant in each bottle. And we'll talk more about the chlorine sterilant you'll make from household bleach in a minute. The bottle tree is nice because it lets your bottles drain. It holds 90 bottles in a small amount of floor space. And it's a nice, convenient thing to have. Finally, you'll need a bottle capper and caps. This lever capper is handy. It's inexpensive and you don't have to adjust its height for different height bottles. This bench capper features reduction gearing, which makes it easier when all your bottles are the same size. For the batch of beer we'll be brewing today, I've decided on an ale. I like ales. They're easy to brew, probably because they don't require refrigerated aging.